Hey, what's up everybody? This is Sir Spartacus, and today I have some complaints for Battlefield 1. I'll get it out of the way and say it. I love this game, but there are a few things that DICE could really work on to make it a perfect first-person shooter. Now, accompanying these clips is background footage from a few of the games I've had recently. Almost none of them having to do with the subject matter that they're over, because I think that if I sat down and recorded footage for all of them, it would have been far too infuriating. So let's get started with the first. First up is the mortar. Now, back when Battlefield 1 released, the mortar was far too overpowered in my opinion. One person with a mortar could decimate an entire enemy objective, which I think is kind of accurate for realistic mortars, but a little too OP for this run-of-the-mill Battlefield. My complaint isn't with that though. That was fine. I could deal with it. No, my complaint is the mortar today. It's been nerfed so badly that what you're basically doing is filling a can full of wasps and shooting it at the enemy, hoping that one of them is allergic and goes into anaphylactic shock. Only once in a while do I, as a self-proclaimed average Battlefield 1 player, get a kill with the mortar. I've hit people square on from the camera, it gives you the angle, and they've taken upwards of 60, 70 damage, and then they've run off. And I couldn't tell you how many times that I've launched the mortar into a group of people, the airburst mortar, the one designed to hurt infantry the worst, and gotten about 200 damage and no kills. That is infuriating. As much as I love the mortar, it pains me so much to try and use it. DICE, please, just bump it up a little bit more, not a lot, just a tad. Next we have the time it takes to rank up. Now, in the early levels, I don't think it's that bad. I can't remember exactly how long it takes, but what I can tell you is that I do remember when I had gotten to, I think it was the 70s or the 80s, and at one point I happened to look up as I ranked up, and I saw the nice little words in the timer next to it that say, time to rank up, 453 minutes. And I was blown away that not only did the game actually take me that long to progress one rank, but that it had the balls to tell me exactly how many minutes it's going to take and expect me to continue playing. That's what I did. I continued to play on and progressed about 10-15 more ranks. But like a lot of you, I have a job. I've got a full-time job. And now I don't have children or pets, but I can only imagine that if I had a full-time job and children and only got a little bit of dedicated time to play video games, and I wanted to play Battlefield 1, then it would just be near impossible to play enough to go to the next rank, and then the next rank, and then the next. Now, given rank's not that important, but to somebody who really loves games and first-person shooters, they'd want to get as high up as they could, and in Battlefield 1 that's really just not possible unless you have huge amounts of time. Team balancing. Now, this is the only clip I have in this entire video that has anything whatsoever to do with what we're discussing. There have been so many times recently, at least 4 or 5, and that's a lot for them, that I've played in operations or Very rarely this happens in Conquest, sometimes in Conquest Assault, but mainly in Operations, where it just feels like my entire team is underleveled and outmatched by the opposing side, and we just get steamrolled. I believe this game of Operations that you're watching now took a combined 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes for both maps, the entire game, and that was just outrageous. There's one point when I'm playing, watching a defensive line, and then just happen to look over to the side to see if some of the enemies are coming by, and they are. All of them, because they've all broken through the line. Not one of them, not two of them. Every member of the enemy team encroaches on the objective. And that's not a single off case. It's happened in too many games for me to mention. Mainly Operations, almost always Operations. And I can tell immediately when it's going to happen. As soon as sectors start going down in about, 45 seconds, you kind of have a good idea what kind of game it's going to be. Not necessarily a fun one. Let's just go on to the next one. I don't like watching this footage. Next up we have weapon assignments. Specifically, weapon assignments that have unlocking criteria that you just know are going to take an astronomical amount of time. Such as the 1906 Sniper. It requires you to perform 25 kills with rifle grenades. Now, not necessarily difficult, but time consuming, yes. And with a lot of these, it goes back to what I mentioned before with the team, or not team balancing, the time to rank up. Some people just don't have enough time to commit to these. I know I don't. And so some of these weapons I just know I'm not going to be able to unlock. For example, the Parabellum MG1417 low weight. Now, it requires you to destroy 2 planes with an LMG. I'm not going to say that's fine, because that is going to take a little while. Just getting into the lucky situation where you're able to shoot down these planes. I'm an average player. Shoot down 2 planes. That's an afternoon job. The next requirement for that same Parabellum, 20 kills with the airburst mortar. Do I need to say more? You might as well be telling me to go unlock the Seriously 3.0 achievement for Gears of War 3 and the Seriously 2.0 achievement for Gears of War 2, and then come back and play again. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. There'll be more Battlefield 1 videos out soon, as well as videos for other games I just haven't decided upon yet. Let me know down in the comments if you liked the video, or give it a thumbs up. Let me know as well if you yourself have any complaints about the game. I'm sure most of you have at least a few, but let me know what they are. What did I miss out on? What did I forget to include? Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.